Jennifer with PressPassLA. So, hi, Wade. So great to meet you today. Congratulations. We're super excited. We've got Don't Tell Mom, the Babysitter's Dad coming back to BET Plus, April 12th. So obviously I grew up in the
Going to be
90s.
in theaters. It's going to be wide release nationally in theaters before it goes to BET Plus.
Oh, well, that's even better. I mean, I love going to the movie theater and I miss going to the movie theater. So people get out of your house, go to the movie theater. And if you have to, then watch it again on BET
Oh,
Plus.
absolutely watch it again.
But that was one of my favorite, cult movies of the 90s growing up. What made you want to do a reimagining of this classic 90s story for, today's youth?
Yeah. The script, I read the script from Chuck Hayward and I just really fell in love with these characters, with the siblings. And when I went back and revisited the original, I was like, oh yeah, this movie just works better black. Because it is ultimately about young kids who are forced to be adults before their time. And that's ubiquitous for young black kids. So for me, I was like, oh, this film, always was so zany, so crazy and fun. And to be able to put a black family in the center of it felt even more exciting.
Well, and for yourself, you have an acting background and directing background. You've done TV and now obviously a feature film. What do you look for when you were, in the process of casting for this script? When you're bringing on someone like Simone or Nicole, what were some of the things that you were, hoping to find in these performances?
Yeah. Well, I think tonally we were always trying to balance, something that felt very kind of elevated and also very funny, kind of a highbrow, lowbrow thing going on, right? We have influences from like Ferris Bueller and Clueless, but also like Crooklyn and Working Girl and these things that feel more kind of like rich and textured and not just being some like very broad comedy that can happen a lot of times when you use black actors in like historically white roles. So I really wanted to sort of strike that balance with both being like very funny, very samey, and also having like kind of lived in quality. And Simone Joy Jones just embodied that entirely. She was just such a classic ingenue and she just radiates such joy, like her name. And so for her to be in this movie was just incredible. And then Nicole Richie, is just such a delight and really a comedic genius. And this was something that I sort of discovered even in the process of making this movie with her. But that was what we got.
I love it. Well, people think of, people our age think of the 90s as yesterday, but it was 30 years ago. A lot has changed. So how did you, kids have technology, they have TikTok. I mean, social media didn't even exist when the first movie came out.
Yeah.
How did you kind of incorporate some of the changes in society that we've seen, since the original into this new project?
Yeah, I mean, I think Chuck did it with the phones. You put the phones in there, you figure out what feels kind of current. But I think the truth is that my kind of mandate in making this movie into all the department heads was like, let's not chase something that feels hyper contemporary. Let's just do what feels good to us. Because the truth is culture moves so fast as it is, anyways, and specifically today. And so instead of trying to make something that felt like very 2024, let's just try to make something that feels good to us because then hopefully it'll end up being timeless, just like the original.
Well, and I think everybody can relate to that feeling of being a kid and having a babysitter that you don't want. Do you have any, or that you don't want overseeing you? Did you have any fun memories of your own youth when you had any interesting babysitter stories?
Yeah, I didn't have that many babysitters growing up. I think I was a little bit more of a latchkey kid, but I was the oldest of four siblings. And so
Mhm.
I think what I just related to more was having to be a version of a parent and a sibling to the rest of my siblings. And that kind of experience of like gathering them all up and being like, I know I'm your older brother, but I'm also kind of a father in this situation. So like get in line and let's do what we got to do.
I love it. Well, we're really excited to see it. And thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so
Thanks so
excited.
much, Wade.
Bye bye.